What's up, guys? Welcome. All right. We got a mini to close. Appreciate the quick fill there, guys. Just so you guys know, when there's a little bit of a gap there after the mini closes to when we're going live, just know that I'm making sure that we're all caught up on the payments on the main break, and any missing payments, I'm tagging people. I'm going ahead and sending the DMs. That way, while we're running the mini, they can be getting those in. Sometimes it's just one or two. Sometimes it's a few more. So just a heads up, if there's ever a little bit of a gap there, that's usually what we're doing. Is we're just trying to go ahead and get as much of the main break all paid up and ready as we can. So, like I said, that can be working while we're over here running this mini. All right, so we got an 8 spotter for the Yankees, Nats, Giants, and Astros in today's 9 box break. So here, let's do this. Oops. Okay. I've got a couple of options here for the live fills, guys. By the way, if you are unable to comment in the YouTube chat, just DM me directly. I know not everybody can comment. You make sure you're using the app and not just on the web browser. If you're in the app, you should be able to comment. You should be able to log in with like a Gmail account if you don't have an actual like YouTube account. But again, if you can't, just send me a DM. I'm watching my messages. I got the sleep thing turned off. But I've got 2 different options up for live fills today. Once we get up and running, we're going to see if we can close these. For my new folks, it's just something for us to do after the break. It has nothing to do with the 9 boxer. I used to get a lot of people ask me if we could get anything else going, if anybody wants to split a box, like after the break was over. And we realized it's a lot easier if we fill as we go. So we go ahead and put the options up now. And if they close, great, we'll run them. If not, no harm, no foul. We tried. So I've got Draft and Bowman Chrome Hobby. Both of these are also in today's main break. But here on the right side, I've got Bowman Draft Hobby. It's down a little bit. It's $6.25 on blowout right now. I just rounded it up to $6.30 and then divided by 10. So $63 per spot. Each spot gets you 3 randomly assigned teams. The unnumbered base paper will be auctioned off just like we do in the main break. Light was right in that shine. But yeah, 10 spots, 3 random teams each, $63 per spot. That's Bowman Draft. Over on the left-hand side of the screen, different list 1 through 10 is for Bowman Chrome Hobby. So Bowman Chrome Hobby is at $4.35 on blowout. I rounded up $5 to $4.40 divided by 10. So $44 per spot. Each spot, again, good for 3 randomly assigned teams. So if you want to participate in either one of those, just call out the spot number there in the chat. But do me a favor and let me know which list it's for. Don't just say spot 5. Tell me if it's spot 5 for Bowman Chrome or spot 5 for Draft. Or if you want to say left or right, just something that'll let me differentiate between which 2 lists you're talking about. Tony says, I'll kick it off with number 2 on both. There we go. Both works too. Gotcha, bud. So just like that, the big thing here, guys, is you do not need to send any payments until we verify that we were able to close. If we're not able to close, then no need to send. So just hold off. We'll collect payments at the end for these. Again, they have nothing to do with the main break. Just because you got in the main break doesn't mean you have to get into these. Just because you didn't get in the main break doesn't mean you can't hop in. They are totally separate. There we go. Tony got you in both. And I appreciate you throwing the Tony B there. It is hard for me to, I've got a few names committed to memory. Some of you guys are just easy, but others are not as intuitive. So I appreciate you guys reminding me who you are. I'll learn them eventually. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into the list. Let's get to randomizing. So here is the list. I got an 8 spotter here. I've got Phil Kosmala in spot number 1. Skylar, whoops, sorry, hovered over the thing. Phil Kosmala's in spot 1. Skylar Dugan's in spot number 2. Garrett Knable's in 3. David Vogel's in 4. Kurt McHenry's in 5. Braden Reyes is in spot 6. Garrett is in spot 7. David Vogel's in spot number 8. So I'm going to randomize that list 5 times. As always, we don't bother with the dice roll. It's live. We always run it 5 times. Just always have. This is the mini to close the 9-box baseball PYT for today, 2/9/26. After that 5th and final randomization, that's going to be the randomized list we stick with. Whoever ends up in the top spot after that 5th random takes the Yankees in the main break. Whoever ends up in spot number 2 takes the Nationals in the main break. 3 takes the Giants, and spot 4 takes the Astros. If you end up in spots 5, 6, 7, or 8, that bottom half, I've got a pack for each of you guys. I got to make sure everybody gets something, at least a hobby pack, but I also do have to factor those into the pricing. So I try to make them as cheap as I can. These are about $5 packs. So if I don't hear from you, if you're not there in the chat, you don't tell me otherwise, I'm just going to cut you a pack. I'll grab you a random one. If you want to choose the pack number, you can. However, if you would rather have $5 off of a live fill spot instead of the pack, we can do that as well. So I told you Bowman Draft was at 63 a spot. That would make that first spot good for what, 58 instead of 63, 5 off. Bowman Chrome from 44, we get you one down to 39. So if you'd rather have $5 off of a live fill spot, do me a favor, just let me know there in the chat or DM me, let me know. Go ahead and tell me what spot number you want on which list. I'll put you down. If we end up not closing it, I'll open your pack at the end of the break. Yeah, if you'd rather have 5 off, just let me know. A couple of you guys have 2 spots. If you end up going 0 for 2, just something I always do is I'll bump your 2 spots from 10 to 15. I know it's not much, but toss you what I can. Hopefully I get each of you guys at least 18. All right, here we go. Good luck, guys. 5 times. Let's spin it. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skyler in the top spot, taking the Yankees in the main break. I got Kurt in spot number 2, taking the Nationals in the main break. David Vogel in spot 3 takes the Giants. And Braden Reyes in spot number 4 takes the Astros. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Garrett, I'm sorry, bud. 0 for 2. That sucks, dude. Garrett, let me know if you want packs. If you want to choose the pack numbers, you can. If you'd rather have 15 off of a live fill, we can put you there as well, bud. Sorry about that, man. Phil Kosmala, David Vogel. I got 5 off of a live fill or a pack for each of you guys. Let me know which one. Again, if I don't hear from you, I'm just going to grab you packs. We'll make them randoms. Also, Garrett, what we were talking about earlier, I did confirm that, yeah, those 2 cards were pulled. So I don't think there was much in there. Skyler said, finally, first time. Sounds good. Sounds good, Garrett. We got you, bud. Garrett says you ship the packs. All right, we can do that. Here, let me go ahead and crack the box since I know we're getting packs out of it. He says he's good with random. All right. I got Phil Kosmala with a pack. And David Vogel. So Phil and David, let me know if you guys would rather have 5 off of a live fill. If I don't hear from you, I'm about to cut your packs. Hoping we got those last couple of payments. I think I was down to like two missing payments by the time I was going live for this. All right. Garrett says he's good with just getting a couple random packs that just ship them sealed. So just grabbing 2 out the middle for you, bud. 1 and 2. And then Phil and David. Didn't hear anything, so I'm going to go ahead and grab you some packs. Phil, got you up first. And just out the middle. We got Roger Clemens, Hurston Waldrop, Jackson Churio, James Wood, Tim Hudson on the optic. That was an A. Joe Mauer, milestones. Trey Morgan, rated prospects. Another rated prospect is Kendall George. It's a lot of base packs. I just found one. David, I got you for the other. Best of luck, bud. If you're watching this later, just a heads up, it's I can only give you the option while we're live. It's so hard for me. I've tried it before to keep track of who I owed packs for. They weren't in the live. I'm going to get them later, and I always end up just getting behind on those. So we do it all live. Manny Ramirez, Eddie Matthews, Heston Kjerstad, Kobe Mayo on a hollow. This one's numbered. Colson Montgomery. Ooh, hang on. We got an auto. 137 out of 149 on Colson Montgomery. Kyle DeBarge. We'll take that. Nice pack. 9 out of 35 for DeBarge. Dude, nothing wrong with that. Good prospect. And then Braylon Dowdy and Cam Caminetti. 3 hits per box in this one, so should still have 2 more. Okay, there's Kyle DeBarge. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve up the Mayo Hollow. And we'll top load the other color. Colson Montgomery, lime green to 149. Good pack, David. All right, that is it for my packs. One more time, in case you missed it. So Skylar Dugan in spot number 1 takes the Yankees in the main break. Nationals going to Kurt McHenry in the 2, David Vogel in 3 with the Giants, and Astros in 4 to Braden Reyes. And we had packs for the rest. So I'm just gonna go update the list here real quick. I got to update the list on the post as well as on my back end. That's where we print. Yeah, that's where we do the shipping from. And then let me see where we're at on those last couple payments. Once I get those last couple payments confirmed, we are ready to rock. I can set up to go live. So it shouldn't be very long. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully those are in. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just checking the message. Yeah, should have both of those in. As soon as those are both in and confirmed, we are ready to go. So if I got your team in this one, congrats. Best of luck in the main break. If I wasn't able to get your team, hopefully I'll get you on the next.